Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for checking back in. This is Joyce. What I've got together for you today was a quick little trip, side trip. I was going up to Jacksonville, which is the big city north of me, immediately north of me here in St. Augustine. I was up there for clients. I know that there's a big Indian mound up there, and I thought that I would go on up a little early and check on it. And so I did that. It's up in a part of town I've actually never been. It's up by the port, Mayport. And so I was able to get pretty close to it. Uh, Actually, the obstacle was it's in a completely overgrown field, and I had on flip flops. And the the field was full of thistles, and we just had a big weather event here, and we've got a lot of angry snakes in this state right now, so it wasn't worth risking any of those things, thistles or snakes. So I got as close as I could. Then soon after that, I discovered that I was actually really, really close to Fort Caroline, which is one of the star forts that I have not only regularly visited, but done one, maybe two videos about as well. So once I realized that I was kind of coming up on the back way into Fort Caroline, I thought that I'd do a quick pop through, walk through, and I didn't even know if it would be open because of the storm and everything. And it was it was Columbus Day, yeah. And it's a national park, so I wasn't sure if it would be open, but it was. So I did a quick walk through around there. So that's what this is today. Um, that Indian Mound up there, it's just called Indian Mound. And then a quick surprise walk through Fort Caroline. So thank you. Uh, Here it is. And I'll shut up and let you watch. Hey guys, I'm out and about again. I have clients in Jacksonville today. I thought I'd go up a little early, so I'm going to take you up the coast. Once again, we're going over the Orsina Bridge, named after one of the significant founding Menorcan families here. It's also referred to as the Volano Bridge because this is Volano Beach ahead of us, where the cut from the Atlantic Ocean for the current access to St. Augustine is. We're going to go up along A1A, which is the name of the coast road, all the way almost to the St. Johns River Inlet in Jacksonville, where there is an Indian mound near Mayport, the port. Yeah, you gotta wonder. Yeah. Okay, so let's make this turn, and I'm filming now so you could see the condition of the ocean. There was a lot of turbulence out there. It's very windy today. Just want to see if we see anything. I'm sure people have cleaned up most of the mess from Hurricane Ian, but there are a couple places where you should be able to see the ocean from the road. It's about a 45-minute drive for me to this place. I've never been there. Let's see if we can see something here. Nope, there are too many cars. You can't see anything there. It's a holiday. It's Spanish Colonizer Day. So there's a lot of traffic here. This is the same road I took up the other day when I went to the Guano Tolamato Reserve, which is the old Grant Plantation, where Angelique and I were doing some site work clearing around more Indian mounds than we realized were there, actually. We knew there was one big one, but there are several small ones. That's usually the case. Oh, okay, I'm going to have to put this down. There's road work and there's only one lane ahead. Okay, and we're not seeing anything anyway, so I'll turn back on later. Bye. Okay, so I'm here. I can see the mound from here. It's small. And, it shows up on GPS, but they also have signs all around it that say no trespassing. Now you can see here, this is a homeless encampment. We've got a retention pond here. It has recently been mowed. So we're by Mayport, which is the port, hence the name. And we're also by a massive generator area. I wore the wrong shoes. I did not know I was going to be walking through this, and I have on my usual flip-flops. It's just strange. These things are not isolated. And if you cross over the other side of the road, I don't think I can honestly get any closer in the shoes that I wore. There's a whole bunch of fenced, like sequestered, undeveloped land, And this is big time Timucua territory up here. Big time Timucua territory. So what do I know about that? What I know about that is it means there's technology up there, and that's technology. Look at that. Up there on the other side of the mound is a whole homeless encampment. Wow, a whole camp. Okay, well, I definitely don't want to get any closer because that's someone's home. There's lots of bees. So there's a massive 5G tower not too far from here. There's a whole conductor station. There's a marsh over there. I don't know the name of that body of water. And there's this mound, what's left of it. You can just see there. I'm trying to get a vibe on it in spite of all the frequency interference that's around here. When I turned to come on the street to come here, I was right in front of the big power station, and it was like, whee! I could hear it. I could hear, like my crown is completely shut down right now. Like there are massive frequency blocks coming out of that place, as well as the fact that 2 blocks from here there's an elementary school. Horrifying. It's the time when people pick stuff up. So I brought tribute, and I was hoping that I would get close enough to that to be able to get a read, but there's so much frequency interference here. I can't get any closer. And I don't want to get any closer because can you see all the clothes over there? There's like a red bag. That's somebody's house. I don't want to walk up into that. So this is interestingly disappointing. There's very little information about this particular site online, just that it's here. It's in a part of Jacksonville I've never been, because why on earth would I go anywhere near the port? Right? Depressing energy. Trees look fairly healthy here. They look like they've weathered a recent storm. As I stand here, you see the hawk? As I stand here, I am getting some stuff. Let me see if I can get anything. I think the Timucua would appreciate the fact that there were homeless people living here. I think they would approve. Let's see. Oh, something's flying up there. What is it? It looked big, like a water bird, and now it's gone out of my sight. So can you show me yes? Thank you. Can you show me no? Thank you. Does Spirit here have a message for me? And that's yes. Can I use the cards to divine that? It's very windy. It's blowing my pendulum. Can I use the cards to discern that message? Yes. Okay. Yeah, okay. Stuff's starting to come in through my third eye from here, in spite of all this horrible, horrible stuff. I'm going to walk over here to where there's a little clearing. Where I was standing, I was disturbing a lot of bugs. So it's right there. I'm going to put the tripod down. They're about 8 feet tall. Do you see them? And now there are dragonflies everywhere. Is there anything else? Guys, I didn't realize how close I was to Fort Caroline. I really don't know this part of Jacksonville at all. I just saw a sign for Fort Caroline. But I think it's a way in that I'm not familiar with. So let's see what we see. Timucuan Ecological Reserve. Yeah, that always happens. Okay, so you know what? We're on the back of Fort Caroline. Fort Caroline's inside there, I think. Let me see if we come to, you know, it's a holiday. It might not be open. The nature preserve around Fort Caroline is the Theodore Roosevelt Ecological Preserve, some such thing as that. Let's see, I'm not sure. So that's all, that fenced in area, that's all the grounds around Fort Caroline. All this fenced in area is the grounds around Fort Caroline, which is what is left of a very uniquely shaped star fort. Nope. I didn't go too far. Here I am at Fort Caroline. Just came a different way than I'm used to. So since I'm here, I'll walk you guys around real quick. It's like I came the back way from the way I usually come. All right. I tell you, it's really nice that nobody's here. There's only one other car here. Oh, and it's probably that guy up there working. There's nobody here. Yay.
So Fort Caroline is where, well, the beings that I call Sasquatch communicate with me here very strongly. There's very specific work that I am supposed to do here when I'm here. Oh, I hear him. I hear him. I hear him. I hear the Sasquatch. So, this was all Timucuan land. Well, everything was Timucuan land up here. But the reason there's a fort here is the French Protestants, who the Spanish referred to as Huguenots, simply meaning not Catholic, came here escaping all that crazy Catholicism stuff that was going on in France. And they were not coming here to conquer. They were simply coming here to escape and live. Lovely Florida beauty berry. And when they arrived, the Timucua received them and helped them, and they built a fort here. We call it a fort. They built a protected area here for themselves. And history says there were about 300 of them or more families. There's a thing that's supposed to be a Timucua. Yeah, this appropriation just makes me sick. I can't even look at that. Anyway, they came here and they built a settlement. They built protected walls. And they were just living. And right on the mouth of, right on St. John's River. And, well, you know, the King of Spain got wind of that. And how dare the French try to settle this territory, right? How dare they? So, sent Menendez de Avila, the great butcher of the Timucua and St. Augustine, to convert them or kill them. And he killed them. They came in the middle of the night, they attacked their encampment, and those who could escape did, got away. This is the St. John's River here. Came down the St. John's River where it met up with the Matanzas, so as to get out through Matanzas Inlet and out to the ocean and just escape. And at Fort Matanzas, Menendez and his pigs lay in wait and butchered the rest of them, and that's why it's called the Matanzas River, which means slaughter. So we're going to walk right over there. The river has changed a great deal. According to the map that you can see, well, perhaps not the original French fortification, but at one point, if the scale is correct of the fort that remains, the original fort would have come out about there. That what's left is about a third. So if you imagine 2 more thirds, the original fort would have been out to there. So obviously the river has changed as time has gone on. Something really distinctive about the St. John's River is that tea color, all that plant material from Lake Okeechobee If you hold to the premise that this actually is the old world and that Egypt was here and the Promised Land was here and that Noah's Ark was here, Noah's Ark was apparently actually built up near Tallahassee because that's the only place on the planet where gopher wood grows or has grown. And of course, we know the Ark was built out of gopher wood. That means that the St. Johns River was more than just what we call it today, and that the Mississippi actually was the Nile. Or was the St. Johns River the Nile? Because it flows the wrong way, like the Nile does. It flows up. It flows north to dump into the ocean, like the Nile. It starts at Lake Okeechobee. So here we are, we're coming up on what is left of Fort Caroline. And because it's a holiday, the gate is closed. So I can't go in, but that's okay. Oh my God. The Sasquatch. Oh, they're filling my head with beeps and tones and all manner of things. Oh no, actually, the gate is open. Okay. Yeah, the gate is open. Okay. So realize that this has been rebuilt. And realize too that after the Spanish slaughtered the women and children that were here, anything for the name of Catholicism, right? All in the name of Jesus. They turned this into a fort because of its position. And just north of here is Fort Klimt, which I did a video on well over a year ago. Brick masterpiece. You're supposed to believe that it was built during the Civil War. Now, this is the original moat that would have gone all the way around, that would have been fed by the St. John's. But realize that the fort also sits on an aquifer, and if I have time to take you back into the woods where the Sasquatch are, I can show you that spring. And because there is no smell-o-vision on my phone, you won't be able to smell the sulfuric water. But yeah, this is Bloody Massacre. That's right. Spanish were pigs. Let's attack these people in the middle of the night and kill them all. It's a triangle now, but as you can see, it was originally much larger. Much larger. The river has washed all of this away. And what this thing talks about is how the Spanish artist who apparently drew this couldn't have been here and actually drawn this picture because there's no mountains behind here. What if there were? What if they were more than mountains? What if it was more than mountains? Who knows what was bulldozed here? Jacksonville's a very big city. And we're looking over at Mayport. You'll see a ship, a barge. Now, all of this is redone, obviously. But, yeah. part of the old moat. And again, so who built it originally? Did the French build all this, or was this here in its original form? These are all new stones, you can tell. It was all rebuilt. And here is where everything ends now, but it used to go way out there. You see there's a lot of stone riprap there. I don't like you to stand on the wall, so I'm not going to. I don't piss anybody off, but if there's nobody here, still don't want to piss anybody off. So the Spanish took it over as a fort after they slaughtered the French. You know, you escape your home country, you give up everything to escape. Jean Rabault, R-A-B-A-U-L-T, who is credited with bringing the French here. French Huguenots, 1565. Where's his name? Name of some of the people that came in that initial trip here. Jean Rabault. A lot of things are named Jean Rabault. There's also a Rabault High School that people say Rabault. It's Rabault. Rabault. Whatever. See, they weren't done with the massacre at Fort Caroline. They tracked them down, the starving French soldiers, and they slaughtered them. Spanish for slaughter. Slaughtered them at Fort Matanzas. And then they took over their old fort, their old habitation, and turned it into a fort to fight the British. Okay, so yeah, all this is rebuilt, but that's okay. Let's see. Let's take a walk back. Let's walk into here a little bit. See what we can see. Oh boy, the spirits are alive, I can tell you. I honestly don't think that I have time to walk the whole path. I don't have time to walk the whole path, I know I don't. I still have to get across town. But anyway. Oh, let's say how they built Fort Caroline. Let's see. What did they say? Using shovels, cutting hooks and hatchets. They cleared the side of trees. Oh, God. So you see, originally it was kind of the shape of an arrow. And there's just this triangular piece that's left. This triangular piece is all that's left. That's all been reclaimed by the river. I'm always so sad when I walk past this cypress. Look at the size of that thing. I mean, look at the size of this thing. Right? And there it is. God, that saddens me. Just take a look now. If you go back to my very old video about Fort Clinch and Fort Caroline, there's a lot of history in that video where I give you all the dates and names and all those things. Oh, I just scared a snake away. Did you see that? Shoot. Lots of history. Again, that's the St. Johns River. Lots of history and names and dates and all those things that don't really stay in my head too long if you're interested. There are a lot of Sasquatch back there. I can hear them. But now, if you're one of those losers who wants to bring your phone and take Instagram photos of them, you won't see them. First of all, they make sure that people like you who are stuck in 3D can't see them. They don't show themselves to people with such immature 3D attitudes about things. So don't even bother. But you certainly can come and walk around and take in what you take in. But if you want to walk away with proof that Sasquatch lives, you're not going to see him. And you know, to be clear, I don't see them like I see that palm frond either. That's not how I see them. I see them in my mind. I see their frequencies, the way you see heat rising off a sidewalk in the summertime. I see them like through, what is that? That kind of photography the Army uses to see heat sensitive. That's how I see them. And I know their frequencies when they communicate with me, so I know when they're talking to me. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I looked up. Do you see it? Do you see it? It's an eagle. And it felt me looking at it. Damn it. But I pissed it off. But see, that's kind of how the Sasquatch are. They hate this childish shit that we do. And the animals just can't be bothered. Plus, if I was dumb enough to shoot a bird, just for the fun of it, I'm close enough to shoot it. So, I've never walked back this way. Let's walk back this way. I think it comes up on the back side of the visitor center that I've never been in because I'm not interested in the National Park Service hijack narrative. This is what Florida used to look like. And when we stay out of its way and leave it alone, this is what it still looks like. So, you're supposed to believe that, what did they say, with axes, hatchets, axes and hatchets, they cleared all this, and they built that fort. No, I think there was something there. There was something there. I'm sure they added to it. There was something there. Just like all the star forts. There was something already there. Yeah, it's coming up to the back of the visitor center. More beautyberry that didn't survive the storm very well. This plant really got chewed. Oh, okay, there's another dock to walk out on. First time I came here to Fort Caroline, I was just overcome with grief. And I literally was crying. I could just feel all the death and betrayal and all in the name of Jesus and the Catholic Church. Let's see what this says. Jacques Lemoyne, right, the cartographer that came with Rabot, River of May. I guess that's why that's called Mayport. I never realized that. I might have known that when I was doing research before. You see, the Timucuan were heavily tattooed with blue ink. And can you see? They're taller. They're actually not, you can't really see how much taller they actually were. I don't think they wanted to shake people up too much. (1564). They were taller and they were tattooed with blue ink from blue crabs. They were taller. And some of Jacques Lemoyne's drawings show them being much taller. So yeah, that's all Mayport. And that's interesting. Yeah, that's called Mayport because this was the River of May. All right. Interesting. So I'm going to head back to the car. Hopefully I don't upset any more snakes. I'll put all this together for you tonight, so you have something else to look at. And I haven't walked over there either. I'm not sure you're supposed to walk over there too much. When I come here, I came here to take video for you guys, but when I come here, it's usually because I'm told to come here. There's information I'm supposed to be retrieving, some kind of work I'm supposed to be doing. Absorbing or transferring or holding space for something. And I've just never been called over here. Let's see, that all there is cleared. Oh, there's a power pole there. That's why it's cleared. Oh yeah, it's cleared for the power poles. Spanish moss. So it was cleared for the poles. Okay. Got all the beautyberry around here. Okay. So I'm gonna be on my way. I have to check and see. I want to go past Dreamette if I have time and get a chocolate dip cone if I have time to go by before I get to my client. Dreamette is, like an old-fashioned Dairy Queen kind of place where they make all kinds of ice cream yumminess with that soft serve. See, this is, there are shoots come out from the trees. They come down to the ground, they touch the ground, and then they root. And so you have like these interesting mazes. But they're vines growing on the trees. See all the cutter bees in there? Summer bees, cutter bees that eat the leaves. This is a sign of a healthy garden. Cutter bees. Not honeybees, cutter bees. Summer bees. All right. Wow. Beautyberries everywhere. Spanish markets. The stuff at Henry Ford put in his houses until he realized that moths are actually biomes and bugs crawl.